So as we near the end of another year, it's time to take a look back at some of 2024's best Easter eggs. Of course, this is based off my own opinion, so if you think an Easter egg has been overlooked, then let me know in the comments and I may feature it in another video if we get enough suggestions. Oh, and most of these Easter eggs will have featured in my video game Easter egg series. But that's what happens when you try and cover every Easter egg as soon as a game is released. But just because I may have covered it before, doesn't mean it's not one of the best of the year. Anyway, without further delay, let's get started. So we're going to be covering these Easter eggs in no particular order, starting with Bendy Secrets of the Machine. Released in April, Secrets of the Machine is more of a world building experience than an actual game, but it does have some cool things to find. So after eating 25 cans from the vending machine and then throwing another can at the poster in the theatre, this will happen. Now, I can't be the only one that's getting strong Evil Within vibes from this secret party. You know, the really creepy disco that you could spy on. I mean, it's probably just a coincidence, but I thought it was worth mentioning. Now, Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League was rightfully clowned on when it released back in January. I mean, it's a competent enough game, but it's not an Arkham game, and to make matters even worse, it was a live service game. Anyway, despite not setting the world alight, there is a really cool Easter egg that hints that we might be getting another Batman game sooner rather than later. Scattered around the map are calendars with specific dates marked. This one is marked February the 5th, which just so happens to be my birthday. Well, there are 12 of these calendars to find, and if you take the number circled from each calendar and convert them into letters, so 1 equals A, 2 equals B, and so on, they spell out "He will return." The final calendar even has a bat symbol over the number, just in case you weren't sure who he is. Now, of course, Batman Arkham Shadow was just released, and is a fantastic VR game, but personally I hope this message means we get a traditional Batman game sometime soon. Now, snooping around in the files of PC games is usually pretty boring. I mean, sure, there may be a file that you can alter to change the resolution or something like that, but that's about it. Well, when snooping around the files of Helldivers 2, you can find the user settings notepad document. This document is home to all the stuff you might expect, though there is this YouTube link which will apparently take you to a survey, which seems out of place. Well, if your curiosity gets the better of you and you decide to take a look, this will happen. So the apparent survey was the Rick Astley classic Never Gonna Give You Up, which is brilliant. Now, considering that we've just been rickrolled by one game, if I asked you to scan a QR code in another Crab's Treasure, you would rightfully be cautious. Well, you have to trust me when I say that this QR code isn't a rickroll. Here, I'll show you.
You just got coconut mold. Share this with all your friends to totally coconut mold them.
So this is what you'll see when you've been coconut mauled, which is a similar bait and switch to the rickroll, but instead of Rick's dulcet tones, you're treated to the music from the coconut maul level from Mario Kart. Apparently this trend started on TikTok back in 2020, but I'd never heard of it until I scanned the QR code in another Crab's Treasure. Now, April Fool's Day is a fun time to be an Easter egg hunter, as games like to launch mini events to celebrate the day that you can't take anyone seriously. One of my favourite April Fool's events could be found in House Flipper 2, which, as many of you probably know, is a relaxing game about decorating rundown houses. Well, on April Fool's Day, things changed. If you purchased the VR headset and then tried it for yourself in-game, this will happen. So you could actually play The Floor is Lava inside of House Flipper 2. And you know what? it's actually pretty good. The other game that had a really cool April Fool's Day Easter egg was Dead by Daylight. Now, one of the scariest things about Dead by Daylight is knowing that a killer could be round the corner waiting for you to make a wrong turn. Well, in the April Fool's event that was cleverly titled My Little Oni, spotting the killer was the least of your concerns. So the killer is the Oni, and as you can see, he is massive. I said at the time I wish these April Fool's modes were added permanently to games, as in my opinion, they're really cool. Now, one of my favourite games of the year is fast-paced shooter Selaco. It's one of those games that can, and often does, reward outside of the box thinking. See a crack in the wall? Well, you can probably blow it up and see what's on the other side. With that in mind, early on in the game, you can find this. So this secret room is covered in white paint. No, seriously, it's definitely white paint. You see, despite somebody playing Waifu Doom, which is sure to excite, there are several cans of white paint laying on the floor, so get your minds out the gutter. Still, despite being paint, this room is almost certainly a reference to the time that Randy was spooked by a ghost in South Park.
There was a ghost! There's ectoplasm!
Now, I don't know if this means I'm out of touch or not, but I honestly have no idea what the appeal of Skibidi Toilet is. I mean, I know it's massively popular, but for the life of me, I couldn't tell you why. Don't get me wrong, I'm not bashing it. Like I said, I don't know enough about it to do that, but the whole concept just baffles me. Well, given its huge popularity, it was only a matter of time before Skibidi Toilet was referenced in a game. And the first game to do that I found was Vladik Brutal. If you shoot all of the toilets in this level, there is a chance that this will happen. So this is actually kind of rare. I had to try a few times before I got it to trigger. Anyway, there is a chance that one of the toilets will turn into the toilet head thing from Skibidi Toilet. Shooting the head of the Skibidi Toilet man will cause it to grow in size. Now, this final Easter egg is a long one, but in my opinion, it's worth it. Fallen Aces is another game that I loved this year, and it's home to one of the most hilarious scenes in video games. If you head to the toilets without being detected, you can find a man having the mother of all dumps. And I'm pretty sure that we can all feel his pain.
Finally. Been holding this in forever. Alright, here it goes. Oh yeah. Come on. Oh, I can't wait to see this in the toilet. Oh, man. It keeps going. Jeez Louise. Must have been diesel. Uh-oh. No, not now. No, come on. No. Oh no! Oh, not today! Shit, I think I need to flush. It's starting to fill the bowl. I can feel it coming up against me. God, why don't they make these damn things bigger? Oh, look at that. That's beautiful. I'm a fucking ace! Oh, thank God the boss started giving me longer breaks. All right. Come on, I know there's a little more in there. Let's see. Hey, is somebody out there? Look, I'm just getting started. You're gonna want to come back later, pal. It's the big one.
So that's it. Whilst the Easter eggs in 2024 haven't been the best I've seen, I'd say they've been pretty solid. Like I said, be sure to leave your suggestions for the best Easter eggs of 2024 in the comments, and I'll feature you in the credits if I ever get round to making a part 2. As always, a huge thank you for watching, and I'll speak to you all soon.